Sergio Ramos, Marcelo, Keylor Navas. What is something that these three legendary players have in common? Well, yeah, they all played for Real Madrid together, but they're also currently free agents. Yep, that's right. Today we're going to be taking on one of the hardest career mode rebuilds. Of course, in my humble opinion, the free agents only rebuild. Essentially, how this works is I can only sign players from the free agents list. If the title didn't give it away already, now you know. I've gone ahead and chosen Accrington Stanley for absolutely zero reason. Well, actually, they were the first team in League 2 alphabetical order. Before we jump into today's rebuild, make sure you power shot plus that like and subscribe button. We're edging closer towards 200 subscribers, so let's make it happen. Now enough yapping and let's get into the highly anticipated free agents rebuild.
Oh my God, what are we working with here? This guy's out of position. This guy's 56 rated. I mean, what is happening here? We got a 5 back. This is all going to change after this first transfer window. Don't worry, Mr. Rebuild's going to fix it up. We've gone and made the first signing of the Postecoglou era here at Accrington Stanley. We've gone and picked up Cesar Huerta from the free agents list. The Mexican left winger is going to be joining us on wages of 10k per week on a 2-year deal. We've had to go and splash on him since that's already half of our transfer wage budget gone just on this guy. So we might have to offload a few players, do a bit of business to make some more signings. And our second signing of the rebuild is going to be a huge name in free agents history. It's the Mexican right mid, the 24-year-old Diego Lainez. He's coming and he's joining on 9k per week. So we've offloaded like 1 or 2 players, so they were like deadwood wages and they weren't starting material anyway. We've brought in this guy, absolute beast. He's only 24 years of age. Like I said, he's got plenty of time to grow into this squad and he's going to become a legend of Accrington. I'm sure of that. And just like that, we've made the third signing of the Postecoglou era here at Accrington. We've gone and picked up the Hungarian midfield maestro, the 69 overall man, Kata. I don't know his first name. He's 22 years of age. He's here. He's so young. He's gonna just grow into the squad just like Linus. I'm building a dynasty here, and these guys are all gonna come into their own in seasons to come. We've just picked up the signing of Florinel Koeman, the Romanian left wing, but he can play striker as well, which is where we're gonna be deploying him. The board have given us an A transfer rating. What an excellent deal for the price of £0. You can't complain with that. The free agent. He's going to be joining us on 12k a week, more than we wanted to pay him, but for a player of his quality, you cannot turn that down. Now we might make a couple more signings and then jump into the season. And the signings don't stop there. We continue to go ham. We've signed Jesus Chiquete. I can't remember his name. It's really bloody long. The Mexican centre back. He's 22 years of age, 73 overall. And just like all the other young lads, he's going to just continue to grow. We're going to get him on some good development plans, get him the best possible coaches so we see that exponential growth. And I'm sure he's going to be a legend of this club in the years to come. Our 6th addition to the squad this July window is going to be the goalkeeper from Qatar, Basham. He's 70 overall, 26 years of age, and he's still got a little bit of time left in him to develop. However, I've just gone for this signing as just sort of a short-term solution to our goalkeeper problem until we can maybe find a better one, because he's going to get the job done for at least 5 or 6 seasons till he starts to get a bit old, and then we can find a better replacement for him. Let's see how it goes. So this is what we're looking like now after all the signings and formation changes and all that good stuff's been done. We are a much improved side now when you look at the team compared to what we have. We still have a couple players out of position, but I got him and him on development plans, so in no time they'll be in the right positions and ready to go. And just everything overall looking a lot better. I'm expecting first place, automatic promotion. Let's see what happens at the end of season 1. And just as expected, Accrington Stanley have won the league, 96 points, 5 points clear of MK Dons. The FA Cup was won by Man City 4-0 against a valiant effort from Sunderland. We managed to reach round 5, however got knocked out by Aston Villa, so good job from the boys. In the Carabao Cup, that was won by Man City 3-0 against Brentford. The Champions League was won by Atletico Madrid 2-1 against Man City. The Europa League was won by Spurs 2-1 versus Marseille, so already one season in, the realism's gone. and Chelsea have beat Legia Warsaw 3-1 in the Conference League. Then looking at our goals and assists for Season 1, Mihaly Kata has got 20 goals and 7 assists from the centre mid position. I think he grew a +6 this season, so huge performance from him this season to grow that much. And then we have Cesar Huerta at 78 rated with 20 goals and 14 assists, so not bad from him. And then our striker Koeman for 17 goals and 5. He had to adapt to a new role for some of the season, so that's probably why he didn't put up like these sorts of numbers. But next season in League 1, let's see if we can get back-to-back promotions. And boom, we are off the mark in Season 2 with a big signing. We've gone for the right back, Tariq Lamptey. Somehow he has ended up on the free agents list, and we have snapped him up on the first day of the transfer window, so no other club can get their hands on this absolute quality player of a right back we have here. And we're going to continue our signing spree for Season 2 by picking up a cam. The Spanish cam, Johnny Montiel, is going to be joining us at 75 overall. He's going to be replacing some 57 rated dudes. So that is a huge upgrade in the team. And especially when we're moving up to a higher division, harder teams, we're going to need a player who's creative, who can bring goals, who can bring assists. And this is exactly what we've got in all-in-one package in Johnny Montiel.
The signings just will not stop for us at the moment. The third signing we've gone and picked up is Ben Cabango, the Welshman, somehow on the free agents list. He's absolute quality at the back. He's meeting his new gaffer there, Ange Postecoglou. He's excited for the future to come, doing his medical on the treadmill. I don't really know much about him, so I can't really give a good description about him, but I'm sure he's going to go on to do great things for this club.
Now, our next signing for Season 2 is going to be the Qatari left back, Ahmed. He's 70 overall, and he's going to be filling in the shoes of a loanee that has departed the club in the summer. He's now shaking hands with Big Ange, as you can see. He's ready for the challenge at hand, doing his medical. Our fifth and final signing of the July window is going to be Alan Sonora, the American centre mid. He's going to be joining us at a 72 overall. I mean, it's not the strongest, but for League 1, it's definitely going to get the job done. I couldn't find many good centre mids on the market, in the free agent market, so this is guy, we've had to settle for this guy, but I'm sure he's going to do great things for this club, and I'm excited to see what we can do this season. This is how our boys are going to be lining up going into the second season of the free agents rebuild. We've got a much better team from last season. We've got Huerta up at 78 now. We've got Kata, who's come from like 69 overall. He's now sitting at a 75. We've got the new boys in town here. We got Ahmed, Cabango, Lamptey, Sonora. I mean, this team is easily championship material, and I expect another promotion and first place. Season 2 has ended with Accrington getting back-to-back promotion, sealing it with 102 points, absolutely dominating the League 1. The FA Cup was won by Newcastle 4-2 versus Villa. The Carabao Cup was won by Arsenal on penalties against City. The Champions League was won by Real Madrid 1-0 against Bayern. The Europa League, Man City won that, so I don't know what they're doing here. The Conference League was won by Villa 1-0 against Hoffenheim. And then having a look at how our best performers did this season. Huerta getting 19 goals and 4 assists in 44 appearances, so good return from the Mexican left winger, now at an 81 overall. Then we have Koeman putting in 30 goals and assists. Good numbers from him, 7.39 match rating. That's what we love to see. And our captain, our skipper, Mihaly Kata, with 16 goals and 4 assists. He's always getting in there from midfield, and we love to see it. This guy is looking like a future club legend in the making. Now let's see if we're going to further strengthen our squad in Season 3 and get that promotion to the Premier League. Our first signing of Season 3 is going to be the biggest signing of the episode so far. We've managed to pick up former AC Milan centre-back Matteo Gabbia. I don't know how he ended up on the free agents list. They just didn't renew his contract or something. We managed to pick him up for free. He's on 20k a week and he's 81 overall. That is a huge addition to our back line, especially going into the Championship where the teams are now much better. We're only one step away from the Premier League, and this guy is going to be an absolute rock when it comes to defending. Now, our second signing is going to be just as huge as the first one. We've managed to pick up the American international, the former Juve player who's somehow been let go from the club. We've managed to pick up Weston McKennie, 80 overall, 27 years of age. I don't know how we've managed to pull this deal off, especially how we've got a weak spot in the midfield that we need to fill. It's our right centre mid, Sonora, who is also, he funny enough happens to be American, so we're going to be going American for American, and this guy is going to be an upgrade to our midfield. Our third signing of the transfer window is going to be the Polish centre-back, Piatowski. I don't know where he's come from, but he's a decent addition to this team, sitting at a 76 overall, and he's pure quality on the bench, which is exactly what we need when we're going into the Championship, a tougher league, the second division of England. And I'm sure now with this, he'll be great depth to our already amazing centre-backs. Next up, we've gone and picked up Will Smallbone, the Irish central midfielder. He's sitting at a 76 overall, and he's just going to be, just like Piatowski, great depth in the midfield, which is what we've been lacking with our bench, because we haven't really had much time to focus on our bench. We've been mainly just working on our starting 11, but now we're solidifying that bench to make sure we have the depth to compete. Now we've had to go and just pick up a backup goalkeeper, because at the moment we are lacking on that. We've picked up Belarus, the Moroccan goalkeeper. He's a 72 overall, so he's going to play great second fiddle to our current goalkeeper. Like all our other signings, it's just for depth. We need it to compete, just in case of injury, suspension, all that stuff. So here he is. So this is how we're rock and rolling going into the third season. We're looking like easy contenders for winning the entire championship with this squad we have here. We have so many players currently, high 70s, low 80s. I mean, you just take a look here. Linus 82, Huerta 81, Gabia 81, McKennie 80. We are stacked this season, and our bench is pretty good. However, our strikers are quite bad, because I'm trying to save money for just in case a huge free agent pops up. So let's jump into the season. Season 3 sees Accrington Stanley grab promotion to the Premier League, with Bournemouth winning on exactly 100 points. As for the FA Cup, that was won by Chelsea against Newcastle. Newcastle, however, managed to pick up a trophy, winning the Carabao Cup 2-1 against Liverpool. The Champions League was won by Man City in an all-English final against Chelsea. The Europa League was won by Lyon against Lazio on penalties, and the Conference League was won by Napoli 2-0 against Gladbach. And once again, Florinel Koeman continues to cook, grabbing 31 goal contributions in 51 appearances, 20 goals in the Championship, and an average match rating of 7.35. You cannot complain with the Romanian's performance this season. Then in runner-up for goals, we have Weston McKennie grabbing 22 goals and 5 assists from the centre-mid position. Our centre-mids in these career modes and rebuilds always seem to be productive. I don't know why, but I'm happy with McKennie this season, our new signing. And we have Diego Lainez picking up 11 goals and 4 assists. Pretty underwhelming for him considering his rating, but he's still got plenty of time to prove why he's an 83 overall. It is now Season 4, and that means we've had to make our first signing of the Premier League era. We've gone and picked up a regen. That's right, we've signed the Spanish left back at a 76 overall. I don't know his name, unfortunately, but he's going to be replacing Ahmed at left back Al-Qatari, who has now reached 73 overall, but he's just not going to cut it anymore on the big stage, playing in the Premier League. And there he is, Crespo. He's going to be filling in the void, and hopefully we can keep clean sheets. To strengthen our squad even more this season, we've gone and picked up another regen, an 18-year-old centre-back from England, Blake Guy. I bet you've never heard of him, because I haven't either. He's a completely generated random player. Angie's shaking his hand. He's happy to have him here. He's currently 76 overall, and he's just going to be just more of a depth player, because I don't think he's good enough to make our back line, but he's certainly going to help us if we have any suspensions or injuries. Now with free agents, you never know what you're going to get. It's complete luck of the draw, but we've managed to find ourselves Sulemana chilling on the free agents list. The Ghanaian currently at a 76 overall is going to be joining us for free, paying him 30k a week, and I'm happy to have him here, especially with the quality he's going to bring us on the wings for the bench. We need more backup players because we're going into the Premier League. Next up this season, we've gone and picked up the signing of the regen Spanish striker, currently 19 years of age and currently sitting at 75 overall. It's Gonzalo
Although he's currently probably not going to make our starting 11, I'm sure he's going to be a great player to have for the future, especially when our strikers start to age a bit.
Now for 16k a week, we've picked up another regen signing for our midfield, Milan Jelavic. He is here to just be more depth to McKennie and Kata, who are currently at 80 and 81 overall. He's going to be there for injuries, suspensions, all that good stuff, because you never know in the Premier League. You can need a big squad just in case for all this stuff. Let's see now how we go in the season. So this is how we're looking lining up going into season 4 in the Premier League. Not much changes for the starting 11. We've only really just replaced our left back Ahmed with Crespo, just a +3 overall there, because I couldn't really find anything else on the free agents that would really replace anyone here. You know, it's just luck of the draw with these things. But we have significantly strengthened our bench, as you can see. Everyone here is now well in the 70s. You could make an argument for Ahmed, but he's just there because we couldn't really find any other left backs apart from this guy here. But with this squad, I think we can challenge for Europe. Let's see if that's true come the end of season 4. Arriving at the end of season 4, there's been some big shocks this season. We managed to finish in a respectable 9th place. Man City could only finish 10th, so is Pep really finished? United and Spurs finishing 12th and 13th. As for who won, it was won by Chelsea, then Newcastle, Liverpool and Arsenal rounding out the Champions League places. In the FA Cup, that was won by Spurs 3-2 against Brighton. The Carabao Cup was won by Liverpool against Burnley. The Champions League was won by Chelsea on penalties against Inter. The Europa League was won by Juve against Newcastle. And the Conference League was won by West Ham against Bologna. Our top scorer this season was Florinel Koeman, getting 24 goals and grabbing 6 assists while he's at it. He's starting to get on a bit now, 30 years of age, but I think he's still got 2 or 3 good seasons left in him, so we're going to try and make the most of that. Weston McKennie still scoring goals from the midfield position. We love to see it. 14 goals and 5 assists. And we got Huerta coming in at 3rd place with 12 goals and 5 assists, so good seasons from these boys in their first season in the Prem. I think we can build on this and try go for a Champions League finish next season. I'm going to change things up a little bit. Instead of going through each signing, that's going to take like 5 business days. I'm just going to show this menu here and show the business we've done. We've picked up Niels Fuchs, our new goalkeeper, on the free agents, 85 overall. This guy's insane, exciting prospect. That's a huge upgrade to our goalkeeper position. So this season, I'm expecting a much better result in terms of defense and clean sheets. And then we've gone and picked up Adrian Newman as well off the free agents, another German, 20 years of age, showing great potential, and he's just solid at this rating, so he's going to continue to grow with dynamic potential. And there's one more guy that I picked up as well, which is, I think, where is he? This guy, this Brazilian dude here, just didn't show up yet. This guy, I've got him on loan list because he's not going to make the team, and I think he has exciting prospects. Yes, he does. So I'm just going to try and loan him out, get his potential up a bit more, and then he can come into the first team. So this is how we're lining up in season 5, and you can see that huge improvement to the goalkeeper position, now at 85. We've also replaced our our Mexican centre back Orozco Chiquite. I think I butchered that completely. He's 81 overall, being replaced by Newman. And then everything else is pretty stock standard, just apart from a couple rating increases like McKennie, Linus, Huerta, Koeman now at an 83, Gabia still at an 84, but I think this season he might grow a bit more. We've still got this guy here at 76, but dynamic potential is going to hopefully fix that up for us. And then our bench is pretty much the same. However, this guy is going to go out on loan. We'll see how this all plays out and see if we can finally wrap up a European spot. Season 5 ends with another poor finish from Accrington, only managing 9th place on 55 points. Missing out on European football for 2 seasons in a row now, with Chelsea again winning the Premier League. The FA Cup was won by Aston Villa 3-0 against Arsenal. The Carabao Cup was won by Spurs versus Chelsea. And the Champions League was won by Inter 1-0 against Real Madrid. The Europa League was won by Spurs in a 2-1 win against Napoli. And the Conference League was won by Silkeborg against Latium. Taking a look at how everything went in the squad hub this season, Koeman is now at an 86 overall, so he's really turning it on now. 20 goals, 7 assists for him in 43 appearances. Huerta gets himself at 86 as well with 12 goals and 3 assists. We sent this dude out on loan to Arsenal. He is cooking it up, so when Koeman starts to decline in rating, he's going to be right there to take over. Diego Lina is now at an 87, so this squad is really starting to cook now in rating. So I don't know why we're underperforming so badly, with 9 goals and 2 assists for him. And then McKennie having a slow season by his standards, now at an 85. The age is starting to kick in, it looks like, all these guys in their 30s. So we're going to have to find some free agents that can hopefully continue to bring the club forward. Now let's make some signings in Season 6 and see if we can get ourselves further up the table. For Season 6, we've gone and made a few signings. We've gone and picked up German Cardenas from the free agents list, of course. Where else? He's valued at 30 mil, so we've actually got ourselves a gem here. He's an exciting prospect at only 17 years of age. We then went and picked up Luke Kramer. He's 19, 79 overall, and he's going to be a great backup centre back for our new formation, which I'll show you guys later. And then we've also picked up Lucas Alvarez, the 20-year-old CDM, 78 overall, with showing great potential status. Now let's see what the squad's looking like. This is what we've changed to. We've changed to a 3-back formation because our fullbacks were just kind of garbage, and we had decent centre backs, wingers. Even this guy that I sent out on loan, he's back now. And this guy that I recalled, I think this formation is way better suited to the players that we have. So let's see if this change can help us cook up a top 4 finish. Now, the 6th season of this save has been very underwhelming. I thought the formation change would help us a bit. Instead, we've only gone backwards. We finished 11th. Man United not making European football. Chelsea, again, turning the Prem into a Farmers League. So it looks like they're the team to beat right now. In the FA Cup, that was won by Man United 4-3 on penalties against Everton. The Carabao Cup was a World Championship final between Swansea and Bristol City. The Champions League was won by Real Madrid 7-6 on penalties against Dortmund. The Europa League was won by Sevilla 3-1 on penalties against Lille. Now in the Conference League, is it another penalty win? Nah, it's won by Atalanta 2-1 against Galatasaray. This season, our boy who came back from loan, Gonzalo Contreras, has gone and bagged himself 22 goals and 3 assists, making him the new boy around town. Doing better than Florinel Koeman, now at an 87 overall, 16 goals and 9 assists for the Romanian. I think he's now starting to decline. He's hit his peak. McKennie now at an 86, 8 goals and 2 assists for the American midfielder, followed by Huerta getting himself 6 and 2. I know I keep saying it, but I think next season, can we please finish in the Champions League? Let's fast forward. Season 7 is here, and that means it's time for some more signings. So this is the business we have gone and completed in this window. We've gone and picked up a backup goalkeeper, Iago Flores, 83 overall, 20 years of age, and showing great potential. He's going to be a perfect backup to our German goalkeeper, Fuchs, who is now at an 87 overall. So we got the perfect goalkeeper lineup here. In midfield, we've gone for Jannis Janssen, we're going to be maybe replacing Kata because his form has been quite kind of dodgy. And if you look at his potential status, I think that is De Bruyne's regen, has potential to be special. So this guy for sure will be going into the starting 11. And we've got Hervé Marquez, showing great potential, 79 overall, 18 years of age. Nothing really special here, just a backup bench player for the striker position. Now let's see how the team lines up. So this is now how we're looking going into the 7th season. You can't really see the ratings because of the international duty thing, but we've got 87 Fuchs, and then we got this guy's not really taking off. We need to find a replacement for him. Hopefully the free agents list in the future can cook up a special for us there at centre back. We've got Newman and Gabia still, as always. Gabia now at 86, however he's starting to age a little bit. We've got Jelavic at CDM, 82 now, so he's starting to do good. We got our newly signed Janssen out the Bruyne region, Huerta at 87, Koeman at 87, Contreras, who had a really good season last season, now at an 85, Diego Lina's, who's nearly at that world-class level, just 1 rating off, but he's now starting to get a bit old, and McKennie, of course, 31, but he's pretty good rated, so he's going to still do the job for now. Let's jump to the end of the season, and can we finally secure European football? It's the end of Season 7, and we've only managed a 7th place finish, so again, the underperforming continues. It's just not great from us. Man City win the league on 84 points, and we just miss out. If you look at the points on Champions League, by only 4 points, it was so close in that like 3rd to 7th sort of range there. The FA Cup was won by Brentford on penalties against Villa. The Carabao Cup was won by Man City against Chelsea. The Champions League was won by Leipzig 2-0 versus PSG. The Europa League was won by Man United 3-1 versus Roma. And the Conference League was won by Girona versus Groningen. Now, a bit of an unexpected performance here. We had Hervé Marquez, the new signing, who wasn't even expected to start, go and getting himself 30 goal contributions in 46 appearances. So I don't know where this came from, but if he keeps playing like this, I'm happy. Looking at Gonzalo Contreras getting 21 goals and 2 assists in 45 appearances, now at an 87 overall. Diego Lainez now at an 89 still, so he hasn't changed. 8 goals and 12 assists for him, not too shabby. Then we got our centre back getting in on the action, who we position changed from CDM, and he's reaping the rewards from it with 5 goals and 3 assists. Then we've got McKennie, who's still growing despite the age, and now our Croatian CDM sitting at an 85. I'm surprised to see all this underperforming with the team that we have. I just don't understand what's going on, but let's roll on Season 8. In Season 8, I've only managed to pick up one signing. That's because now we're starting to get to the point where we've got a really good squad and it's just hard to find free agents that are good enough to really make the starting 11 or even the bench. However, we've picked up Callum Reynolds, the English striker, who looks like it could be Harry Kane's regen or maybe like Ollie Watkins. He's an exciting prospect, currently at an 81 overall. And he's just going to be on the bench for now because we have so many attacking options. But with some of them getting old, he's pretty youthful and he's going to be good for the future if we even need him. So that's pretty good. Now let's look at the team. This is what we're looking like going into Season 8. I've put Marcus up front because he was actually playing last season, and Coman is now he's 33, so his days are very much limited in this squad. And other than that, everything else looking sort of the same. However, the team looks so much better in terms of rating when you look at our goalkeeper, our centre back, our CDM, our centre mid from last season. We've grown so much as a squad, and I think we can win a trophy this season. Let's fast forward to the end of Season 8. Season 8 comes to a close, and it's nothing better for us, finishing P8. Again, another horrible season, 58 points. Man City win the league on goal difference against Arsenal. The FA Cup was won by Newcastle against Liverpool. However, we finally get our hands on some silverware as we take down Man City in the Carabao Cup final. The Champions League was won by Man City against Villarreal. The Europa League was won by Dortmund versus Sociedad. And the Conference League was won by Frankfurt against Roma. And again, there's another huge surprise when it comes to our top scorer. Literally, the guy that we signed this season as Death somehow ended up as our top scorer. He just happened to play all our games, 49 games, 26 goal contributions, so very good return from Callum Reynolds there. Contreras now at 88 with 17 goals and 3 assists, and McKennie starting to decline now, getting double digits in both departments. Lainez now at a 91, so this guy should be winning Champions Leagues. Instead he's stuck finishing 8th place. That's a different story for another day. And Huerta now at an 88 with 6 goals and 2 assists. Let's roll on Season 9. Now, our one and only signing for Season 9 is going to be Carlos dos Santos, the Brazilian centre-back at 19 years of age. He's an exciting prospect, so we can expect big things from this guy. And once again, we just can't find any starting players or even players that can really make the bench. So we can only really make this signing, and that's about it. He's going to slot in right there on the bench as he is not good enough to make our stacked defense at the moment. Lowest rated player is Newman there. In our midfield, once again, it is incredible with our lowest rated player, McKennie, at 86, and even our attack is insane. I don't know how we keep underperforming season after season with this team that we have. Can we change things this season? I guess you're gonna have to find out. Well, would you look at that? 9 seasons later, Accrington Stanley have qualified for the Champions League, with Arsenal and Spurs North London taking out 1st and 2nd in the Premier League. So we'll take a 3rd place finish this season. The FA Cup was won by Arsenal 3-1 against Burnley. In the Carabao Cup, Man City took down Wolves 2-1 in the Champions League. Arsenal won that again, so I think they've done the treble, beating Milan 2-1. In the Europa League, that was won by Mallorca 2-1 against Everton. And in the Conference League, Roma won that 3-0 against Girona. However, we were actually in this because we won the Carabao Cup last season. However, we did not have a successful campaign. We finished 31st, so a shocking Conference League campaign for us there. Taking a look at our squad hub, Contreras now at 90 overall, 20 goals, 2 assists, and an absolutely amazing season from the Spanish striker. Reynolds now at an 87 with 14 and 5, and Huerta with 11 and 1 to close off a successful Season 9. Let's roll on Season 10 and bring on the Champions League. For Season 10, I couldn't find anyone who would be able to make this team, so this is how we're going to be lining up. We've got 90 rated Fuchs in goals, and we have an incredible backline still. However, Gabbia is now starting to decline in rating, so we replaced him with Dos Santos now at an 85, and everything else in this team just looking insane. However, they're starting to get old, and we're running out of time with these players, so we need to do something quickly. Let's roll on the end of Season 10. And now we're really starting to see the progress. Season 10, we've won the Premier League, 7 points clear of Liverpool. In the FA Cup, that was won by City, 3-0 versus Forest. In the Carabao Cup, Chelsea take down Liverpool on penalties to win. In the Champions League, we lost to the eventual winners, Real Madrid, as we got knocked out in the quarterfinals 4-2 on aggregate. In the Europa League, Leverkusen take down Ajax 3-1, and the Conference League was won by Chelsea. Now this season, Callum Reynolds absolutely cooked with 38 goals and 8 assists to his name in 60 appearances, now at a 91 overall. This guy is now at a world-class level, followed by Contreras, who was also 91 rated, getting 21 goals and 1 assist. So this strike partnership absolutely cooking it up. And then even our sub-striker getting 15 goals and 6 assists, so he's even getting in the mix there as well. McKennie now at an 83, his time's up. We're going to have to somehow get lucky with the free agents list next season to find a replacement. And Huerta's now starting to decline in rating a little bit, so we're going to have to find some replacements for these guys. Let's roll on Season 11. So this season, I managed to pick up this guy from the free agents list, and I sent him out on loan, Torben Kaiser. He had shown great potential status, so he's got the potential between 80 and 85 somewhere. He's 19 years of age, and I've just signed him purely because our wingers are getting old, so this guy is going to go out on loan for a bit, hopefully go up and then be able to get into the starting 11 in a few seasons' time. And then this is how we're going to be lining up a very strong team. I think we can go on and definitely go far in this season's Champions League. Huerta's getting a bit low rated now. Kata is now replacing McKennie. However, they're the same rating, but he's also pretty old, so we're going to have to find a replacement for him soon. Line is now at an 87. Let's see how we go this season. Season 11 sees us come so close to getting back-to-back Premier League titles. Unfortunately, it just wasn't meant to be. Missing out by 2 points to Liverpool. The Community Shield, we lost that 1-0 to Man City. In the FA Cup, that was won by Burnley against Newcastle, so a surprising outcome there. Liverpool win the Carabao Cup against Arsenal 2-0. In the Champions League, we're going to be facing off against Arsenal, which we'll sim in a sec. In the Europa League, that was won by Hoffenheim 2-1 versus Athletic Club. And then the Conference League was won by Bologna 1-0 versus Monaco. So this is how we're going to line up on the big day, the Champions League final here in Lisbon. It's an 8 p.m. kickoff. How are we going to go? We're going to win. Are we going to lose? We're going to win 4-2 against Arsenal. We're going to win the Champions League for Accrington Stanley. The road to glory has been complete from the League 2 all the way to Champions League glory. 11 seasons, that's all it took. Free agents signed, not a single penny spent, and the rebuild is complete. If you guys did enjoy this one, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you are new. And as always, I'll see you in the very next one. Goodbye.